Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Uday Math World. Hello everyone. In this session, let us discuss about how to write math examinations to get much score or better scores. Okay. So in the beginning of this session, we'll discuss the points which we have to focus in each and every chapter. At the end of the session, last few minutes of the session, we'll discuss how to gain more marks, how to approach the examination. Those tips and tricks we'll discuss at the end of the session. And in the very beginning, we will discuss one by one, chapter wise, the points which we have to focus. Okay. Shall we enter into the concept of this session? Right. Let's go. Yeah. See, first, if you observe, we have to focus few things when we are preparing for the examination, could be math or any other subject. So math, if you see, we knew very well, what are the areas to be focused? Yes. First and foremost thing, what we have to focus is memorizing the essential formulae. Always we have to list out the formulae whenever you are practicing any topic, could be trigonometry, coordinate geometry, progressions, statistics, any chapter, whenever you are practicing, first you have to list out each and every formula related to the chapter. You have to memorize them. Already if the list is there with you, take it as a checklist. Just go through those all formulae, whatever you know. Still, if you are not sure, not thorough with any of the formulae, then practice those formulae well. Okay. So memorizing the formula, listing the formula is very important when you are practicing any chapter. Okay. So after practicing the formulae, after listing all the formulae of each and every chapter, first what you have to focus. I observed that many of you will practice n number of series, publications, many things. Okay, that is also good. But mainly you have to focus on the NCRT. Always remember NCRT is the first priority. Okay. Once if you are thorough with NCRT, and then second step is to practice the previous past 2 years or 3 years papers. You will have all those in your net, right? Now everything is available in net. Just go through that past papers, practice those. So first priority to the NCRT book and then to the past year papers. And then if you wish to, you can go to the any publications and you can practice. Okay. So if you see the first chapter, in first chapter, real numbers, if you observe what are the topics we have, mainly we have to focus on irrational numbers, convert means proving irrational numbers is the main concept, right? So prove a number is an irrational number. They'll give three models. One is basic model like root A model, like root 7, root 5, root 2, root 3. They'll give us and they'll ask us to prove they are irrational numbers, in which we'll use contradiction method. And the other format is A plus root B format, like 2 plus root 5, 3 minus root 7, such kind of numbers they will give. And the third format is 1 by root 7, 1 by root 5, 1 by root 8 kind of numbers, right? So three forms are there. In all those three also, main intention is to prove that number as irrational using contradiction method. So that is the concept what you have to focus much in the first chapter. When it comes to the second chapter, polynomials, you have to focus on the factorization of the polynomial, splitting the middle term, that you have to master. You have to become perfect in that, splitting the middle term and related questions. Okay. So when it comes to this topic, you have to focus on verifying the zeros, whether the given value is zero of the polynomial or not. That you have to focus. And second thing, finding the relation between the zeros and coefficients. Those questions also very important, which you have to focus. And the next one, solving linear equations. If you take the linear equations topic, mainly you have to focus on the word problems. Okay. So don't forget to focus on the word problems of linear equations. When it comes to the next topic, quadratic equations, mainly, yes, discriminant, nature of the roots. So nature of the roots plays a key role in the topic. So you have to focus on that. Now, when it comes to progressions, if you see nth term, SN formula related questions are very important. And moreover, word problems. If you see last exercise, there are some 5-6 questions which are very, very important. Those are just like jewels of the chapter. Focus more on that. Okay. In NCRT, last word problems, what were there? Last exercise, last sums. Those are very important. Okay. Those mainly you have to focus. It doesn't mean you can neglect the rest of the questions. You have to practice even that. Mainly focus on that. Okay. And when it comes to the topic triangles, people will feel very tough, but actually it is very easy. Focus mainly on the basic proportionality theorem, which is also called as Thales theorem. Thales theorem proof, including statement, you have to practice because as it is a named theorem, they won't give even statement also. Simply they'll give state and prove Thales theorem or state and prove basic proportionality theorem. That's it. Rest of the things we have to do. So even statement also you have to practice. And sums related to the Thales theorem. Sums related to Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is not there, but that related sums they might ask. So practice even that. Okay. And next, coordinate geometry. When it comes to coordinate geometry, mainly you have to focus on the distance formula and section formula. Section formula, distance formula related, and number of questions are there. You have to practice those all. Once if you're thorough with the formula and how to utilize the distance formula, how to utilize the midpoint formula, how to utilize the section formula, if you are clear, then easily can do any kind of question related to that. Now, if you see trigonometry is just a formula. If few minutes, if you focus on the trigonometric ratios, how they are interlinked and identities, three identities are there in trigonometry. You have to focus on all the three. How to use those identities according to our required question. And then table. So sine 0, sine 30, that table is there, right? That table also you have to focus. And finally, last exercise of the trigonometry is very, very, very important. Last Roman 10 sums are there. Last exercise, last Roman 10 sums are there. Those are very, very important in the chapter trigonometry. Okay. Practice each and every question from that. Don't miss even a single question. Okay. Those are very important. When it comes to applications of trigonometry, mainly focus on the case-based questions. So there is a possibility to give case-based question mainly from applications of trigonometry. So whenever you are practicing that, focus on that. Okay. And then coming to circles just theorems. We have theorems. You have to focus only on the theorems. Okay. Theorems related sums. Now, when it comes to this surface area volumes or mensuration, surface area volumes mainly formulae. Formulae are very, very important. You have to list out those all formulae related to the different solids. And mainly you have to focus even on calculation. Take utmost care in calculations while you are solving the question. Here in this chapter, mainly using the appropriate formula, substituting the values, main focus on calculation is very important to get full on full from this chapter. Okay. And next, statistics. Statistics, you know very well, mean, mode, median. Those three formula, if you are thorough with, that is very easy. In fact, with the 2-3 sums only, we can practice the whole chapter here. Because we will take one question. With that data only, we can practice mean, median, and also mode. So hardly in half an hour, easily you can cover this chapter practice. Now, when it comes to the last topic, probability. Probability, if you see, you have to focus mainly on the dice, coins, and cards questions. If you are clear with these, then definitely can get good scores from this chapter. And moreover, about leap year and days, like 53 Sundays. What is the probability to get 53 Sundays in a leap year, non-leap year? Such kind of questions also you have to practice a little. Okay. So these are the things about each and every chapter. I hope all you are ready with this. Yes, if already you practice this all, well and good. If not, just like a checklist, you have a look of these all and tick mark those. Yes, I practiced this from this chapter. I practiced this from this chapter. Like that, maintain a checklist. Okay. All these are one leg, and the next one is the other leg. What is the next one? How to write the examination. See, you practiced, you learned for 1 year. That 1 year hard work only give the fruitful result if you appear for the examination strategically, if you write the exam in a proper way. So how to write an examination? Very simple. Read the question paper thoroughly. You will get 15 minutes of time, which is very, very valuable to get the utmost score in an examination. That 15 minutes, who will focus much on the paper, who will categorize then and there itself. While they are reading the paper itself, you have to categorize that. You have to make utmost use of the reading time. That 15 minutes are very, very important. Remember, while you are reading the paper itself, you have to plan with some strategy. You have to approach the examination. What is that strategy? See, I'll tell you a small tip for that. Categorize the question paper into three groups. What are those three groups? Full moon, half moon, no moon. Remember, use only pencil for this. When you are reading the paper, whichever the question you feel you are very much comfortable, you are perfect in that, just completely circle that. Full moon. Completely circle that circle means just shade it completely. Question number, I'm talking about question number. Use only pencil, because if you use pen again, invigilator, they may not let you to do that. So use pencil only to mark it. So mark the question number completely, full moon. And then a question in which you have some knowledge, yeah, to some extent you are able to write that answer. Then half moon. So partially shade that question number. And no moon. So means you won't shade that. You won't share that question number. So means that question completely you don't know. You feel like that is first time to see. Such kind of questions, no marking, nothing. If you are thorough with that, full moon, partially you know, half moon, you don't know anything about it, no moon. So categorize the questions into three groups when you are reading the paper itself. And start with the questions which are well known to you. After categorizing all the questions, means 15 minutes after, now you categorize it into three groups, right? Now start with the questions which are full moons. Finish those all. So based on your means which category, like long answers if you're comfortable, short answer or very short, whichever you feel comfortable, start with that Roman full moons. Finish all those. So all categories of full moons will complete. And then come to half moons, means to some extent you know. And then finally no moons. If you follow this strategy, I'm very much sure the total time, 3 hours, you can utilize in a perfect manner, and you won't come out of the hall by saying that I know each and every question, but I don't have enough time to write. Such kind of statements won't come from a child if you follow this strategy. Okay. I hope you understood this very well, and definitely these few minutes what you spend now are very much helpful, fruitful to you to get good scores in your boards. I wish you each and everyone who watched this to get 80 out of 80 in your boards. All the very best.